It's Ed Kaminsky with your Redondo Beach market update for September 25. We're actually recording this in October because we have full up-to-date data through September. And very interesting trends. When I look at this right now, one of the things we're seeing are the number of homes on the market compared to this time last year is up 24%. So we're talking about a 24% increase in the number of homes for sale. And then you have the ones that have ended year over year is down about 2%. So we're definitely seeing more inventory on the market right now than we were a year ago and less pendings. That's an indication of the market slowing down a little bit. But there's more behind the scenes than just that figure, and it's important to understand what those all are. As we slide down this scale, you're going to start to see the average price per square foot, which is very interesting. It's actually up 4% over last year. So even though we're seeing an increase in inventory, we're actually seeing prices year over year still up 4%. If we look at the average days on market, you can see it started to climb mid-winter last year, around December 2024. You can see it really start to climb even into February. And then it dropped off in the summer and is picking back up again for days on market. But we're looking at about an average days on market right now of about 38 days on the market. If you're looking at national trends, that's still pretty good. To sell inside of 45 days, we're looking at a pretty balanced real estate market. If we move on to this one is interesting. So we're looking at average list price to sales price. And there's always this delay in how this happens where you have sellers' expectations here, buyers' expectations here. And if you can look at this graph right there, a year ago, there was a large gap between expectation and where prices were really selling. They finally came together, you can see, where sellers started dropping their price in December and met with buyers' expectations, and we saw some sales happen. But as soon as the new year came along, look what happened. Sellers raised their prices or expectations. We saw a massive gap. Until now, it's back together again, where sellers are starting to be more realistic, those that are selling, and the buyers are coming up a little bit of what they're having to pay, and we're seeing that market meet right now. So very interesting trend going on. If you're curious about what the months of inventory, and this is called the absorption rate. So what is an absorption rate? The absorption rate is you look at how many homes are for sale right now and how many months it would take to sell. That's the absorption rate. So currently we are looking at approximately 3 months, 2.7 to 2.3 months of inventory on the market. Generally between 1 to 3 months, we are looking at a seller's market. A more balanced market is probably in that 4 to 5 months of inventory on the market. And then it really starts to become a buyer's market once it starts to exceed 6 months of inventory on the market. So we're still leaning towards a seller's market if you're looking at absorption rate. I would say with that, that's the current trend with what's going on in Redondo Beach. We're coming to the end of the year, the fourth quarter. We're going to start to see interest rate declines. That could further on some buyer activity. We're also seeing holidays come in, which is going to reduce buyer activity. So again, those two will be fighting at each other. We'll bring you up to speed in the coming months of what we think 2026 will look like. We'll see you then. Thank you.